Hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. I have been so busy with so many different things. I am really excited. I have been trying to put together a guest design team project for Lorna Taylor at Taylor Made Journals for, I think I got the kit about 6 months ago. And I feel horrible because it is a great kit. It's sewing, which is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. I have so many sewing items that I've collected over the years, and I could not get started on it because I always start my journals with a story. And most of the times my journals have names to go with that story. And I found out yesterday that I don't think I'm the only one, because I watched a few videos while I was doing fussy cutting, and I'll show you that in a minute, because I have been fussy cutting like you can't believe. Between fabric and paper, it's been crazy, but it's been wonderful. I've loved it, every second of it. And this afternoon I'm going to be doing some painting and marking and stuff, just to kind of relax a little bit before I move forward with this, because I'm kind of at a little bit of a standstill. Not really, but I am. But anyway, so I'm pretty sure I have a name for her. It is a sewing themed journal. Now, before I get started with it, I wanted to show you that the kit that Lorna sells, this is just one of them. And she has many ephemera kits. Actually, I am thinking about another one to add to it, believe it or not. I mean, there is enough ephemera here to fill 7 journals. And the number of pages I've printed and the number of items I've cut out of different magazines. I have stitching magazines from the early 1900s, 1900 to 1918. I have a French magazine I just received from a friend in the Netherlands. So yeah, I mean, just as an example of the United States ones, I have not cut any of the French ones yet because I only have one magazine. But for the United States ones, I have several I was actually able to find at a thrift shop. I bought 5 of them for $10, the magazines, and they're all of them. It's called Needlecraft. And they're quite popular in the United States. You can get them. You have to search, but I happen to have a friend who sold, you know, antiques and things like that on the side, and she had these in her shop one day, and I was like, oh my goodness. And she said, you know what? She said the lady dropped them off for consignment and never came back. And she said, I can sell them to you for $10. And I'm like, okay. So I've cut some out. I've left the patterns, so in case the person who gets the journal would like the pattern for the different embroideries. This is just an ad for Lavender Yardley. Now this came out of a French magazine that I just received. I actually bought 3 for $9. I won a bid on Etsy. So this did come out of a French magazine, but that's okay. I wasn't going to scan this anyway. But this is Yardley perfume and soaps. And then this one, same thing, out of that French magazine. And I just kept the whole ad. I don't know whether I'm going to fold it. I don't know how I'm going to get it in the journal, but this is just a cute little somebody wrote in to the Stitching magazine, Needlecraft magazine, and it's just a really cute little thing about an economy dress. It says True Economy in Dress, and it's just really cute, so I cut that out. And then this is crochet, and it is in English, so that must have come out of, yes, it did. It came out of Needlecraft as well. And it's got yarns and threads, and this is 1900. This particular magazine is all 1900. This is an ad for tatting, and it's a whole bunch of different tatting books and how-to tatting, and it was 50 cents for 24 books. Oh, can you imagine? And then this came out of a French magazine, and I just thought it would look good in the sewing fashion magazine that I'm doing. Another cute, it says a unique design for tea cloth border and filet crochet, and it's just something that somebody wrote in for an example of what you can do for a shortcut. And then that's just another fashion plate out of a magazine. And these aren't real shiny at all. They're like paper. They're awesome to paint on the paper. Again, just another, I just thought would be really nice in my fashion sewing themed journal. And then some boots, which I thought were really, really nice. I love these. $6.35. What? And they come in brown, and I think black, but maybe not. Nope, just the brown. And they were $6.35 by the Boston Store it's called Boston Store Footwear. So, and I'm from the New England area, so that really caught my eye, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun to put in there. So I left that, and then this is hosiery, stockings and socks. This is a whole pattern for these particular doilies, so I left this in its intact in case somebody wanted to make these. And then this I had to put on tea stain paper because it was so fragile, but this is an all silk poplin dress for $5.98. So I thought that was pretty cool. Very pretty dress. And this is 1900 as well. And this is for a crochet book. These are just some ways to do, oh no, these are pattern numbers for these particular patterns. So I wanted to keep that together. Aren't they pretty? I just love them. I love these things. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably have to make 6 sewing fashion journals. These are the different patterns. They go with this. And I'll clip that together. And then this is for bonnets. And they're crochet silks. And it's for the thread to make the bonnets. And then this I left intact as well. It's a bonnet, and it's got the pattern in case somebody wanted to make that cute bonnet. And then this is it's a bit of trimming, it's called, and it shows you how to make an apron to go over your dress. And I actually photocopied that in case I want to make some aprons. And then I love that. It's just a little ad. These are mostly ads. This is about babies, and it's books. And both of these books are from Bella Hess in New York, and they were free. So there's that ad. And I left it just the way it was. They're really fragile, but I thought somebody might have fun with them. This is an embroidered centerpiece of distinction and beauty, and I left all the instructions and the patterns for them. Because you never know, somebody might want the pattern. And then this is just an ad, and it was torn. So I just made some tape. I don't know if you can see that, but I aged tape with inks. And it's so simple. And there's the back of it. And I just aged the tape because it was torn when I took it out of the magazine. So, but I really loved it. I thought it was a really cute ad, and it's for Busilia, silk, crochet, and knitting thread. And then again, these are all pattern numbers and tells exactly what the patterns are and how to crochet the different parts of the patterns. So I thought that would be fun. It says a unique design for tea cloth border and filet crochet, and it's all that instruction for that. And then up here is all of the numbers of these items and tells exactly the description, the pattern number, and to make the dress, say, for an 8-year-old size, you'll require 2.5 yards of 35-inch material with 3 yards of braid. And that's it. So I don't know where you'd get the pattern. I'm sure you'd probably send away for it. So anyway, I've cut all those out, and I have many more, but I've done those for this journal anyway so far. And then I cut out a bunch of other fussy cuts. And then, so yeah. So anyway, I finally figured that I would do a tall journal because a lot of people are doing the tall journals. And I thought, let's try it. It'll be fun. So all this is an envelope that I folded, and I put just a little bit of a spine. And this is muslin. And then before I covered the inside, I did muslin. And then this is wallpaper from Tailor Made Journals as well. And I think it's her grungy shabby chic. I don't know what number, but I'd put it, I'd let you know if you were interested in it. So anyway, that's what the envelope is covered with. And I've got, like I said, I've got the fabric is on the outside, and then it's on the inside, and then it goes from here to here, and then I just covered the spine with a piece of this wallpaper. And it's not real wallpaper, but it feels like it. It looks like it. It's awesome. I actually printed it on the linen cotton paper. That's what I print all my wallpapers on, is the Swarthmore paper, and you can get that at Walmart, 500 sheets for $30. So you'll have it for a long time if that's all you print on it is the wallpaper. And then I have a dangle here, and it's got some buttons, and it's got a little French, oh my gosh, I get on video and I just lose all my words. But anyway, and then I've got some different tatting and lace, and then another piece of antique lace, and then this antique doily that I just loved. And then up here, I put a few little crystal beads and that looks like yeah, I put it on a ball pin, and then a little tiny ribbon. So, and this has little X's and O's stamped on a piece of old vintage piece of muslin. So that's for that, and it's easily removed. It's just pinned on the fabric there. I still have not decided what I'm gonna do for the cover. I mean, something needs to go on the cover. I just don't really know yet what it's going to be. This came off of an antique, and I don't have it with me right here next to me, but it came off of an antique table runner. And this is just beautiful crochet. And it took me so long to cut this. The cotton was so frail that every time I made a cut in the cotton to get this edge off, it would tear. So that took a long time and a lot of patience, but I was able to do that. I put it on the back as well. So that's the cover of Genevieve, and that's what her name is going to be. Genevieve was a fashion designer, and she designed and she created clothing in the 1900s. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So far, now some of these, they came from all different kits. Wallpaper, some sewing things, things that I've scanned, French letters. It's all, anything, any written pages are French. Except these. I forgot about these. These I have, they're telegrams, and they are from Belgium. I bought them from a friend in Belgium, but I don't know. They could be French. I'll have to put this in. It is in French. I'm pretty sure this is in French because I'm able to read it. Not all of it, but I'm going to put it in and translate that. But I've aged it a little bit. I still have some aging left to do on it, but this is just a photocopy. Not a photocopy, but a scanned copy. And this is another one of them that I have. So I've just printed them on scribble pad from the Dollar Tree. So it's very thin. And then I inked it with some inks. I sprayed the back with a little bit of water just to kind of get a crunchiness of it. You can see some tea that I kind of sprayed on it. And yeah, so I still have a little bit more of the aging to do, but it's getting there, as you can see. Between the inks and just a little bit of tea spray, then I let it dry because I have a photo printer and it's not laser. So I don't want to get it too wet because it will discolor it. So I have to be very, very careful and just a little tiny bit at a time. So I'm in the process of aging those. And then, so I'll just run through the pages real quick. This is Tracy Fox wallpaper. This is Ooh La La Vintage Treasures. I forget what kit this came from. Oh dear. It doesn't matter. There's just too many kits in here to remember everything. So here's another sewing page. This I figured, this came from Sampool, I think. But I would figure that, I put that in there because I thought, you know, Genevieve would have wanted to keep, you know, facts and figures and numbers and stuff of fabrics and things that she sold. Just some lace that she may have had in her shop, which is upside down. Goodness. So anyway, so that's some laces that she would have had in her shop that she would have sold. And then some fabric. And then a letter she may have written to somebody, or somebody may have written to her about a dress or something that they were making. More instructions on, you know, how to do different sewing techniques. And this is some wallpaper. And this is from Anne at Oldacina. It's from her birds kit. No, I forget. Roses and birds, I think. So I shouldn't even say because I don't know where everything came from. I just pulled. Here's another French letter. Here is some you know, notes and things she would have taken on some ledger, and it's all in French. There's some more wallpaper. I definitely know that this is Tracy Fox. It's one of my favorite wallpapers. Another ledger. Ledger. Some lace. More doily. This is all on, this is not white. It's like an ecru color, almost like a vanilla color. Some more sewing. This is some music sheet. This is Doreen's kit. Oh God, I wish I could remember the name of that kit. Vintage. Anyway, it's got some sewing things in it, so I've pulled from that as well. I love this kit. This is like, her kit that I'm working on now is beautiful. The Snippets of Love is what I'm working on now. And this one I worked on quite a while ago, and I can't remember the name of it, but I love it. And it's got a lot of sewing things in it and a lot of French things. So I'm using that as well. It's another letter. This is just sample, but I don't know what kit. This is a sewing machine, very old sewing machine. And I backed it with some of my lace tea stain paper, or avocado, or both. It might be both. But look at this sewing machine. So that would have helped her if in fact, or it could have been a receipt for what this gentleman did to her machine to repair it. It's my story. And then this is just some scissors. Another letter. More wallpaper. And then this is the center, and this is from Doreen's latest kit called Snippets of Love. And I thought that would be a great center page. So those are my pages. Now I have to fill it, which is going to be the fun part. And I haven't put them in yet because, and I have a lot of like these that will fold out, you know. I just haven't put them in yet because I don't know what I'm going to put on my pages as far as laces and, you know, things like that. So these are just the backs of all the ones I already showed you. So this is Genevieve, the one that I have been working on so diligently for the past few days. And I've got all of her signatures all done. And her cover. Her cover took me forever. But this is Genevieve. And I just love her to death. I just love her. So that's that. And then this is, I already told you, this is the kit from Lorna Taylor at Tailor Made Journals. And these are all the ephemera pieces. And there is, I don't even know. I didn't count them all. I did was cut them. But these are all of them. They're just gorgeous. I hope you can see them as I swiftly breeze through them. Some of them I'm going to turn into books. And, you know, like this, I didn't cut it in half. I'm going to turn this into a little booklet. It's a pattern. Oh, and I also have some patterns, vintage patterns, that I'm going to be using the pattern sheets for in this journal. This is going to take me about another probably week. I'm working on some other things as well. So, but this is so overdue. And Lorna, if you're watching, I'm so sorry, but it's getting there. I just had to have a really good think as to what I was going to do with your beautiful ephemera, because there is just tons and tons and tons and tons. So like I said, I think there's going to be a couple of these journals in my future. Now, whether they'll be the tall, thin ones, I'm not sure. I really love it. I think it's fun. There's a lot of people doing them. That's all of the kit from Lorna, the one I'm using. And then I thought we would do a craft along. I'm going to just put these over here in my little fussy cuts. Oops, it's okay, it's fine. I also thought that this might be fun to put on the side of a page, and all it is a book page. I put some lace, and then I fussy cut some roses out of some paper and put those on it. And I thought how fun this would be on the edge of a page like this, or you could make a tag and put it on the tag. But I thought this would make a nice tuck spot, so I'm going to show you how to make those right now. And if we have enough time, I'm going to show you the flowers I've been making. So all you do is take some book page, and I'll probably come back later this afternoon with another video because this one's running kind of long. So all I'm going to do is take a piece of this dictionary page, this very old dictionary, but oh my goodness, it's huge. Oh, I can barely lift it. But this is it. It's a Websters Dictionary. I absolutely love it. I've pulled out of it 1,000 times, but it was actually my first book I ever bought for junk journaling. And I don't think I'll ever use it all. But it's 1914, I think, was the date. I know I saved that. 1914 is the publication date, and it's Webster's. I'm sorry. But anyway, so all you're going to do is take some paper like this. So a book page, any book page, any size book page, it doesn't matter. And then all you want to do is kind of tear along here like this. Oops, this is really fragile because it's old. But you can use tea stain paper. You can use, you know, any book page you want. I paint on those, so I save all my snippets. And then you want to come down here. You just don't want a straight line, so that's why I'm doing that. And then you want to kind of come along here. And I'm going backwards like this. Oh no, I forgot my inks, but they're right beside me. I'll grab them. This is not my idea. This is from Natasha at Treasure Books, but I love it. I love this idea. I only made one with her yesterday, but I know that there are going to be many, many of these in my future because they are so fun to make. And keep these scraps. They're so fun to do watercolor on, especially if you have old book page. So then all you're going to do is, let me just grab my ink really quick. I am so sorry about that. Do I have some on my desk? I do. I have some right here. So all I'm going to do is take my distress ink. I keep forgetting to put this upside down, but everybody keeps telling me, every time I watch a video, somebody will say, you know, that they've learned that keeping your ink pads upside down, storing them or leaving them on your desk upside down, it keeps the ink from, it makes the ink go down towards the pad. So you're just going to ink your edges like that. And you could use anything for focal point. A butterfly, a flower, something you got in the mail, a button, lace. I mean, it's endless. It's endless what you can use. I highly recommend you go over to Natasha's channel because she made dozens of these. And I'm only going to make one. Because I'm trying very hard to keep my videos within 30 minutes. So let me just kind of get a little bit more pink on that. And you can do these in any color. Yesterday I used some pink and some, this is Victorian velvet. Yeah. And I used, I forget what the other color was that I used. Or maybe that was on one of my flowers. So then you've got your page like this, your book page. So then all you're going to do is fold it sort of like on an angle like this. And press it. And then just bring it back however you want it. This is just a little bit too wide, so I might cut that a little bit. Not cut it, but tear it. Yeah. Let me just go back a little bit more and tear that a little bit more narrow in through here. So I want to do it this way. I'm just going to have to re-ink that. Because it's just a little bit too wide for what I need. But aren't they neat? So much fun. Natasha has great ideas. So I think I'm just going to bring this back a little bit more. And I'm going to bring this in a little bit more. It kind of looks a little bit like a diploma, if that makes sense. And I'm not going to ink my straight edges. I just want to accentuate this part here that I've torn. So there's one edge, and there's the other edge. I'm going to bring this edge over just a little bit more. I'm getting more ink on the paper than I am on the edge of my dictionary page. It doesn't seem to, well, I guess it is. Then all you're going to do is bring this down a little bit. And you can play with it like I am. There we go. Let's bring this down. Ugh, I could just keep tearing all day and I'm not going to get it the way I am. Just got to get over my perfectionism, I guess. And just keep tearing until you like it the way you want it. There we go. And you could actually, Natasha was saying yesterday, you could watercolor this page, you know, with different color watercolors. So then all you're going to do is take your glue and you're going to glue right here. To keep it closed, just put a dot of glue right here. And then another dot of glue right here. And then the next thing is to get my scraps out of the way. And put my glue bottle cap back on. So what do I want to put in the middle? I have all of these things fussy cut out, and that's why I'm going to do another video, I think, after this one, so that I can show you what I'm up to with all of these circles. Some are fabric and lace, and some are paper. So I'll be showing you in the next video what I'm doing with that. So stay tuned and please come back and visit. And I will take and put a little bit of lace on here. Just pull it out of here. I've already cut it for something. Actually, you know what? I have this little snippet roll. So I'll use a piece of this. This is perfect. Let's see. Which one do I want to use? I think I'll use this one up at the top. Or actually, I'll use this one. So I'm just gonna, I made this a while ago. I'm just gonna cut my snippet right here. And then I'm gonna cut it right about here. And see how that looks. And see how great that looks to go on a page. How fun. It's just, and it already has the lace. So yeah, I make these snippet rolls all the time. These little snippets, I make them all the time. I put them in people's Happy Meal. I put them in pockets of my journals. And it doesn't matter what you use because, like I said, you know, this is going to go in my sewing journal. But I think I'm going to have it go like this. It says, "There is sunshine in my soul today." So I'm just going to glue that on. And I'm using my Fabri-Tac because, you know, it's my favorite glue, and this is lace. I'm just going to run this up the middle. I'm not going to put it all the way across. And that's it. That's how simple that is. And like I said, if you've got these snippets hanging around, or, you know, fussy cuts or circles or lace, you know, things like that, you can have, you could take and, you know, maybe put one of your Prima flowers in the middle, you know. I'll turn it over so you can see. Like, you could just do that and put, you know, a little piece of lace behind there. Let me just get a piece of lace. But look how pretty that would look. You could do lace with a little flower like that. And there you have something really nice to go on the edge of your journal page. You could actually put a paper clip on this. You could put it on top of a tag. I mean, it's just endless what you could do with that. And it's, to me, so attractive. Needs a little bit of more pink on that edge. And as you can see, I didn't ink my fold. There's that fold and there's that fold. I just inked what I consider like the little ruffle part. And then you open your journal and you could put it anywhere. You could stick it right there in the middle and use it as a little belly band, side tuck, or you could make a tall tag and put it on the tag. You could make this shorter and put it on the front of a card. There's just so many things that you could make with those things. And my goodness, we all have book page. And that's it. That's today's little tutorial and my story about Genevieve. And as I move along with her, I will give you some sneak peeks. So I'll be back in a little while with my next little tutorial on what I have been working on with all of these circles. So stay tuned. In the meantime, be well, be safe, and God bless. Bye-bye.